Oh no! Oh shit! Is that? You hear me? Oh, there it is.
Oh, hi!
Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Fergus!
So, how we all doing? How's it been? Have they been a good crowd?
Oh yeah, it's been great. They've recently brought up, that I only have one chocolate side, so now I'm suffering from low self-esteem. It's been really good.
Can I sit beside you? Or do you want me to sit here?
Yeah, it's cool, it's okay. Had to think about it.
Oh, gosh. What a day. You all right? I'm having so much fun. So much fun.
It's good. You were like, I was worried about you. Worried something happened
I'm just
backstage.
getting old, I think. It's a crazy thing. I was talking to Chris earlier on about turning 40 this year. Fuck.
Wow. How do you feel
There's
about
never any children in Rome. Sure, is there any children here? No. It's a ban. I looked at it. It's like, no children.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Not this year.
You can say fuck all the time if you want. No, but yeah, I think I'm getting old. I'm turning 40 this year.
How are you going to celebrate?
I don't want to celebrate. That's
not what I asked you.
I don't want to celebrate.
Okay.
I think, there's my buddies and I do a golf trip every year back home, and it just happens to be falling on my birthday, so I might do that.
So golf trip.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I'm a shit golfer, but
Perfect.
It's good. It's a good excuse to drink and.
Yeah. Drinking and golf are like just go hand in hand.
Yes, absolutely. Double. We were talking about earlier on in the car about double fisting. Do you guys know what double fisting is?
Yo, what a terrible expression though.
We went from golf to double fisting. I don't know. There's a segue there. There's probably a joke there, but it's because golfers must fist themselves. Really, isn't that it?
How would you like to double fist these golf balls?
That reminds me of a joke. I can't tell that.
I can.
No. I'll tell it later. But double fisting, for those who don't know what double fisting is, who doesn't know what double fisting is? Or who thinks they know what double fisting is?
Kim is giggling too much.
Who's not American or Canadian?
Who is afraid to be wrong about
Chad,
it?
what do you think it might be? What do you think? Okay, I'm gonna come take a paddle. Who's? What? Messi. Yeah. Don't pull out too quick.
Hot start for you. I'm really impressed. You came out of the gate firing. You're like, woo, watch this. Double fisting. Let's go, guys.
Double fisting is actually having 2 drinks in one in each hand. I know, disappointing, isn't it? Yeah.
Less scary than I thought, though. That's good.
I was in a bar. I was working in Toronto, in your homeland, and I was at the bar, and I came back, and there were people from the cast that were there, and one of the producers it was like a formal kind of cast dinner or something, and I came back with 2 drinks, one for me and one for one of the other actors. And he goes, "Hey, I like your style, you're double fisting." And I nearly fucking dropped the glasses.
Have you never heard this before?
I'd never heard it before.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, "What do you know about last night?"
Yeah. What do you know about my escapades?
She said she wasn't filming. Sorry. Hi, we have a caller.
Hey, yeah.
Well, line 1.
Yeah, well,
Press 2 for double fisting with
Hi,
Fergus.
sorry.
well, thank you for sharing your knowledge on that.
Thank you. Did you know what it was?
No.
Okay, so it's just 2 drinks.
Okay, thank you. So Alex, Adam, you both died on the show.
Yes.
Shit, sorry, mate.
And I wanted to know, when did they tell you? So you came on the set that day and they tell you, "Oh, sorry man, you gotta die today," or do you know beforehand? Or when did you know that your character was going to die?
Well, I got a script, so that was, and I was getting very sick as well, so
Yeah, well, but Osric said he didn't know, or like he thought Jared was joking. So I met him on the Comic-Con, and
Yeah, that's
he
because
thought Jared was joking when he said, "Man, you gotta die," and he just laughed it off.
He's like,
Osric should read the script, really. That just proves
you
that
should-
Osric is not a very diligent actor.
No.
I'm gonna give him shit about that.
Osric's just reading the lines that just say Osric, he's like, yeah, good.
Osric dies? What?
Yeah. What the hell?
That's exactly how it happened to me too. Although my agent broke it to me gently, she was like, we just got the script for episode 18, whatever it was, and she said, just so you know, you die. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like skipping through the script, and I was like, well, I'm still alive. And then the very last page,
You're like, oh,
I got shot in the head.
there it is.
It was, I didn't know it was David Hayden Jones that shot me in the head, so that was nice.
It's always nice to be betrayed by your friends.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels better.
Have you died many times?
I've died twice.
In two different shows, or in both in Supernatural?
Yeah.
That was the question.
Oh, sorry. There were two different deaths. Two different deaths, same show.
Same show.
I've been murdered many other times, though, and I've murdered other people.
Yeah.
Please don't take that out of context. It's just a clip that says, Alexander Calvert murders people. And I murdered people. Yeah.
Which do you prefer? Do you prefer dying or being murdered?
I prefer... Funny. That was funny. Do I prefer dying or being murdered?
Jesus Christ.
Trick question.
What's in this coffee? Do you prefer dying or murdering people? Fuck's sake.
I think I
It's
prefer...
Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday, guys. It's fine. I prefer, I think, doing the murdering, you know? It's a little more fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's kind of, it depends on what way you get to do it.
Yeah.
I did like all the blood that they.
The blood's not fun. It's very sticky. Very inconvenient, guys.
I'm such a pervert. I'm so sorry. But there's a speaking of being a pervert. There's a photo.
Speaking of being a pervert.
There's a photo of me bent over a table when I died like this. So
Is this part of the Fergus collection or just part of the show?
It was in Supernatural.
Oh, okay, my bad.
So I get shot. David Hayden Jones shoots me in the back of the head, and I just go like this. But for the camera, I had to do it several times, and they didn't want me falling on the ground and getting back up, so it was going to cause too much of a mess. So they just conveniently put me beside a table. But this isn't even that funny. It's kind of perverse.
I can't wait to hear what you're
It's just like David Hayden. It looks like I'm enjoying him taking me from behind. I like him, but
I mean, you like the guy, but man.
fucked in a very uncomfortable position.
Like the backseat of a
Indeed you
Volkswagen?
were.
What, like the back of a Volkswagen? Have you seen Mallrats?
Have I seen what?
Mallrats? Have you seen Mallrats?
Yeah.
Yeah? No. I'm just giving you pearls here. You can write it down. Jason Lee says that.
One like what in the back of a Volkswagen?
Okay, I'll stop rabbiting on and being a pervert. Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
How's it going? It sounds like you're coming from here. Sorry.
that's what speakers do.
I know.
Tough crowd.
So, simply, I want to hear Adam do an American accent, and I want to hear Alex do a British accent.
British? Oh, Irish, sorry. Oh, perfect. I can't fucking wait to do this.
That was good, man. That was really, really good.
And that is as good as it gets.
That's as good. I'm not very good at doing an American accent, but I will try. How about that?
A little bit longer than this.
That's right.
What would you like me to say?
Whatever you want. Tell us a story.
So once there was this little Eskimo. His name was.
Oh, fucking Eskimo.
Yeah. I thought Alex Calvert's name was Alex Calvert. Because he looks so fancy, doesn't he? He looks so stylish. Alex is very stylish. He knows different. Who is Alex? Question for you. Who is the chief designer at Yves Saint Laurent?
Edie Slimon?
And who was last year? Then they moved to this other place.
Oh shit, I knew that this morning.
Yeah.
It's disappeared from my mind.
And who is Kim Jones?
Kim Jones was another designer at Louis Vuitton and then moved.
See? I couldn't believe this stuff. I was learning all this.
Useless information for you guys.
Listen, Alex.
Is this part of the story, by the way?
No. I quit the story.
Okay.
But Alex, you lost the Irish accent. That's not fair.
Oh, you're fucking right. I did.
To be fair, it's one of the hardest accents to do.
It just disappeared.
It's really, really hard.
Actually, my worst problem is when I'm in a room with Fergus and Ruth, because especially with sweet Ruth, and I'm around Ruth, and she's so nice because she actually like lets me speak in her accent, and she doesn't get annoyed. But like anytime I'm around you, I'm subconsciously just like saying it in my head. I'm like, it's so fun, because the American accent is so boring, you know.
Are you allowed to say that while you're Canadian? Are you allowed to?
The Canadian accent's so boring.
No, I don't think it is. You see, what was fun for me when I first came to America, people were like, "Oh my God, you have an accent." I'm like,
You're like, so do you.
Don't we all? It was really interesting. But I don't find it boring. I find it really challenging. I just did a show in Norway last year, and it's I had to be from Texas.
How was that?
It was good, but like, you know, you tend to get so hard on yourself because you know that there are going to be American people watching it, and probably Jensen and Jared. I asked Jensen for some advice on it, and he was like, just don't go in like that and go up and down, go around. I want you. You're not from Virginia, Virginia. So I tried to be as subtle as possible without without just doing a generic American accent. So we'll see how that turned out. There's a couple of Norwegian people here that saw it, or at least one that I saw earlier on. Oh, hi. And it's BBC have just bought it in the UK. So
Congratulations.
But trying to do that accent is interesting, but you want to do it as well as you can, and so you end up spending a lot of money on voice coaches to try and get it perfect. So I don't know. We'll see how it happens.
It'll be good.
Hopefully.
Guys, that's my time. Please enjoy your time with Fergus.
Stay.
No. They want me other places apparently.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Alex Caldera.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Coldplay. Are Coldplay fans here? Yeah, kind of, right? They're just like faux U2. Not as cool. Chris Martin will never be as cool as Bono. Hi.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm super. How are you?
I'm super too. Where are you from?
Russia.
Russia.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Russia?
Yeah. So I have a question. How do you get any job done with the Jared and Jensen, with all the pranking?
With the messing?
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's... You see, that's the thing about Supernatural is that, like, you know, I've worked on a lot of sets that haven't been as... You don't have as much fun, but you tend to run out of time and it's a lot more stressful. For some reason, probably because Supernatural has been going so long, and it's probably going so long because of this as well, is that it's just... Everyone knows when it's time to mess, and everyone knows when it's time to be serious, and some directors are better with their time than others, but it seems with Supernatural, just everyone kind of falls into this routine, and it just makes it for such a happy working environment, you know? So you get the work will always happen, and it will always be done. It's always the main priority. Like, to be honest with you, like we do have a lot of fun on set, but like you know, especially for someone like me, like, you know, I'm coming on the stage and or on set, and you want to not fuck up, and you want to like get back in another episode or something. So you're always more nervous, and you're always kind of like, you know, more disciplined, let's say. But then when they start messing, then, you know, my natural reaction is to mess back. Like, I wasn't very good in school for that exact reason. So if I'm given a little bit of a leeway, then I'll start to mess. And even my first day on set, my first day working with Jared and Jensen, I thought you've probably heard this, some people have already heard this story before, but it was episode 1, I think, of season 12, and Jared is like tied to, Lady Bevel has him tied to the chair, and I'd met them before. I think I met them on set that morning, and we had a little chat, and then I started going into my action. I was like, all right, mate, how you doing? And Jared just says, cut. What the fuck is he saying? I can't understand what he's saying. And I went really red, like my shirt. And I was like, oh, is he being serious? And then everyone was like, Jared, shut the fuck up, come on, let's focus here, focus. And then they rolled again, and then he did it again, and then he did it again. He just kept doing it, and he let me get a little bit further every time. He's like, sorry, I just don't know what he's saying. I can't understand a word he's saying. So, but then it lends itself to some really good work, because I'm my best actor when I'm my most relaxed. And the more nervous and uptight you get, the less you're able to be free and comfortable with yourself and everything that lends itself to good acting, at least for me. It's good to be a little bit nervous, but for it to be overbearing and to kind of take over, then you're limiting your ability, I think, But yeah, good question, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello!
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Stop it.
Okay. You stop it.
You.
You've prepared your question. Okay, cool.
Oh, well, otherwise it'd be too long.
Okay.
This is for your benefit.
Thank you.
So I enjoyed your character a lot, and you built quite a bit of empathy for him. And I was just thinking, as we're coming up for the last season, if it happened that you had a cameo in the last season, how would you like to appear?
Oh, I don't know, I've thought about that a lot, and when it got announced that it was going to be the last season, I was like, actually really, really wanted to get back into Supernatural. I'd love to do loads more episodes, but because it's now finite, and there is an end, kind of my love for it's been kind of like doubled or whatever. You kind of really, really want to be back. So I don't know. I'd like Mick to come back and get his revenge on Ketch. Really would. Just give him a good old ass kicking. Just because I love working with David so much and we get on so well. But yeah, I'd also like him to come back as an angel, or like with some kind of superpower, something that I can do that a normal human being couldn't do. So I think, we never actually saw Mick's body correctly. So I think it's possible that there's room for him to come back in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, I'd like him to come back as an angel, because I think he was inherently a good guy. He wanted to be good. He wanted things to be better, and it was fun to play him in that regard. And I think as the character developed over the course of the season, I got more and more into the fun of Mick, and I bought into the fact that he was a good guy and wasn't, like he was the opposite of Ketch. He was the antithesis of Ketch. So I like that. So bring him back. Thank you. Hi. Oh, hello.
Hello. I was just wondering, do you find it difficult being around someone as cool as David Hayden Jones?
Are you being serious, or is that a sarcastic question? As cool as David Hayden Jones? No, the way I grew up with my friends back home in Ireland is like we get along and we show kind of our love for each other through serious amounts of slagging, taking the piss. How would you say it?
Yeah, I would say
Taking the piss. You guys know what
But
ribbing people or whatever. And myself and David definitely have that relationship of just not being very sincere with each other all the time, and that's how kind of we get on and how we've gotten on over the years. And we've done so many panels at this point together. It's like my left arm is missing being here right now that he's not here. So it's I get to do panels with other people, which is great too. But no, we've definitely formed a special bond, especially on the con circuit, I suppose. Because we started these together and we didn't know what to expect. So we kind of leaned on each other a good bit. So yeah, we're quite close, And he is cool. I'll give you that much. He's still a dick. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, favourite Irishman.
Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
So, as you're from Ireland, I want to know, what's your favourite Irish song, and can you sing a bit of it?
You really don't want me singing, I'm telling you. It's a real disaster. I'm telling you, you don't. So the other night, my parents and I and my girlfriend, we went to the west of Ireland, to Galway. And there's a lot of traditional Irish music in pubs in Galway. And I went up to the guys at the front and I asked them to play this song called Carrickfergus. Sorry. And it says, I wish I was in Carrickfergus. But a friend of mine, when I was doing a play with him back in the day, he used to substitute the word Carrick and put my name in. And he said, I wish I was in Adamford. And he was a funny guy. But that's one of my favourite songs, just because my dad said if I was a girl, he wanted to call me Carrick, because of the Carrickfergus, and my mum was delighted that I wasn't a girl, because she thinks he's very cheesy. There's got so many, there's I'll tell you what, if I have to prepare it, because I wouldn't want to bastardize this song in front of a lot of people. But there's a couple of songs that I really, really love. It's a song called Willie McBride, which is a beautiful, beautiful old song. There are a lot of old traditional Irish songs about the cause and the fight against the English back in the day, which are like real good Irish ballads sung by like the Chieftains and the Dubliners and bands like that. There's one called Raglan Road. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. If I get balls by Monday, I'll try and sing something at the concert, okay? But I'm not promising anything. There's not promising anything to anybody here. But if I do, I'll try. If Alex Calvert will do it, I'll do it. I know he won't, that's what I'm saying. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my
How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Kind of a two-parter,
Okay,
but
please.
very short. The first one, since you said you were about to turn 30, which day exactly?
Yeah, thank you. You're so
When's
kind.
your birthday exactly?
24th of September.
Perfect.
I'm 29 until this one. Thank you. Just give me shed tears. You shed 10
We
years
need
on
to
my.
prepare for, you know, your gift.
It's my 40th.
I know, so it's mine. So I want to just since I'm about to turn 40 as well, sooner than you.
When's your birthday?
24th of June.
Oh.
So for my gift as well, thank you. Do you have a bucket list of things you wanted to do before you turn 40? You know, it's kind of a milestone.
Yeah.
And so I can steal some of your bucket list items.
It's a good question. Like, I don't have a bucket list, like an actual list of things. I'm sure there are things in my head that I haven't done. I'd love to skydive, but I've no plans to skydive. You know, I just love traveling. I love going to different countries. I love going to countries that I haven't been to before. I'd love to go and do South America properly. I might do that at some point during the summer if I get the opportunity to do like Brazil and Argentina, and then I'd love to go to Colombia. I don't know, any suggestions? Anyone got any cool ideas to do before you're 40? Krista, what did you do before you were 40?
It's too late for me.
Huh? Skydiving, yeah. Okay. It just seems like a bit of a cliche though, doesn't it, skydiving?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Has anyone done a skydive?
I did.
Yeah? You did?
Yeah.
How'd you do? Well, it opened, thank God.
I don't remember actually. I was screaming like crazy, so don't do it.
You know, I did a couple of bungee jumps when I was a kid. I was 18 or 17. I was on a lad's holiday in Crete, and they had this crane that would come up and they'd bring you up in this bucket, and then you just jump off the side. So I did one. But my friend, when he got up, then they strap you in, and they bring you to the edge of the cage, and you jump out. But just as he was jumping out, the guy that was in the cage with him, just for a joke, said, "No, wait!" And he was in midair. Oh, I know. When he got, so then they lower, and we're all like watching him. We're like, "That's really weird. It looks like he's really panicking there." And then he gets to the end. He's white as a ghost. And they're taking off the straps, and he just fucking goes for your man. He just goes for your man in the cage. He's like, "I'll fucking kill you." Okay. I'm like, what happened? So he thought that he wasn't strapped in. So yeah, I've done one bungee jump, done them all. I wouldn't do that again. But yeah, skydiving would be a good idea. Traveling somewhere in the world. Do you know what I really want to do? If I ever have enough money to do it, and Richard Branson gets up off his arse and completes his idea of Virgin Galactica, is to go up and see the curvature of the world, of the Earth. Do you know the way he has that plan? That he can send people, like 5 or 6 people per thing. They fly you up in a big jumbo jet, and the galactic plane is attached to the bottom of it, I think, and then they engage that, and that goes up another 30,000 feet or something, and you experience weightlessness and see the curvature of the Earth. That would be cool. But it's a big bucket list item. I'm gonna have to borrow some money, I'd say. Thank you. It's a good question. I'll have a think about it as well. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, someone gave up there. Well, sorry for rabbiting on so long. I tend to rabbit on. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Good, thank you.
I was wondering, did you ever learn to speak another language, and which languages would you like to learn?
Ich habe nur ein bisschen Deutsch. Ja, ich habe es in der Schule gelernt. Is that right?
Yeah.
But I haven't spoken it for a long time. The only time I ever get to speak it is when German people come up to me at panels or at autos and photos, and they're the two lines I say all the time. So anyone that I've seen more than once, they kind of go, yeah, you said that the last time. Oh, wo wohnst du? That'd be fun. So German is, and German I always found easier to learn than French. Like French was compulsory in my school up until like you were 15 or something, but I wasn't very good at it, so I know about 4 words in French. But it's a really good, and this, I'm not just saying this because we're in Italy, I've always wanted to learn Italian. I think it's the sexiest language to listen to. Like I could walk around the streets of Rome and just listen to people. It's the best people watching city in the world. Like the Italians have such style and such passion with their language. I think it's really, really cool. I always want to learn Italian. But I just, they have no excuse. I'm just lazy, I suppose. It's a tough thing to do, but like, does anyone use like Rosetta Stone or Babbel or all these kind of things?
Duolingo.
Yeah? The what?
Duolingo.
Duolingo. Well, how many do you speak?
It depends on like what you call speaking.
Like get by.
My native language is Hebrew.
Okay.
And English, obviously, and I understand a bit Russian and a bit Spanish.
Wow, Russian. That's interesting.
Yeah, my husband is Russian. So.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Do you pretend not to understand it sometimes?
Sometimes they try to speak.
yeah, too fast.
And no, his grandma once tried to tell him something so I won't understand, and I was like,
Was it mean?
I get that. No, I don't remember what it was. But
Okay.
It was just funny.
That's cool though. Yeah, no, Italian. I'd love to learn Italian. I'd love to be like Neo or someone in the Matrix. You know, do you ever have those things? Oh, fuck, I'd love that. Can you teach me how to fly a helicopter? Just tap it in. Tank in the area or whatever. That's how lazy I am. I just want to be in the Matrix and have things programmed into me. I'm sure it's ahead of us. AI, dude. It's crazy. Thanks a million. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. What's going on? You having fun?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's been fun so far. I love Rome. Rome is great. By Rome, I mean the Rome convention is so fun. Like you see so many familiar faces that are here every year, and there's a reason why everyone comes back. It's just chill. It's nice. Everyone's friendly. Yeah? Good. That's good to know.
So I was wondering,
It's Jason Max! There was going to be a riff there. Hi, buddy. How you doing?
Not bad at all. How about
Better?
yourself? So much better.
Yeah. Poor old Jason was sick last night, guys.
It's true.
Yep.
I missed you. Terribly.
And that's why I'm sitting over here.
It's probably a good idea. There's nothing like being on stage in front of hundreds of people and going, I should not be up here right now. No, but I feel fantastic right now, so. They're all scared right now. They're all like, you're too close to me.
You can't projectile vomit that far.
What's that?
She's only come by me that far.
Not after I knew that I was sick, I'll say that. There were no pictures after.
I don't think it was contagious. It didn't seem like it was a contagious type of...
I don't think so. I think it was something I ate, perhaps.
Possibly. Not here.
No.
Speaking of apple juice.
So let me ask you guys a question. Have you guys asked him questions about the marathon?
No.
Okay. I have one.
Okay.
How the hell did you do that?
So, does everyone know that we ran a marathon? Yeah. So, it was kind of a joke, or at least to me, that we were doing it. But we were all I was definitely inspired by the text message thread that we had. And then you'd see Jason out at like 6 o'clock in the morning, like jogging away, sending a little video, inspiring us all. I'm like, oh fuck, this is real. Like Mans is killing it. And Rob was killing it, and of course Jensen and Jared were killing it. They just decided to do it and could do it. And Misha runs all the fucking time. Like Misha runs for breakfast.
Misha, you'll have a 10-minute conversation with Misha on the phone, and then only in minute 8 does he tell you he's on mile 12 of his run.
Yeah. But not anymore, which I'll get to. So I smoked cigarettes for a long time. I've given them up. And I'm now, I know, right? I'm now on this thing, the Juul, which I'm trying to give up now as well. So it's like, out of the frying pan.
You should, you know what helps to give up Juuls?
What?
Cigarettes.
Yeah. So I gave up like 2 weeks before the marathon, which is not enough time, just so you know. And then I said I'd train, and I work out, but I thought by working out that's enough. It's not. It's like different ball game also. Like Misha, who runs all the time, Misha can't run at the moment. He hasn't been able to run since the marathon.
Because he tried to keep up with you.
And it was funny, that night with dinner, when Jared gave me a round of applause at dinner?
Yeah.
And it was kind of, I saw it as a compliment, but he was like, how the fuck did you do it? You didn't do any training whatsoever.
So, just so you guys know, everyone was very complimentary of my training regimen, but when I started the process, I had the furthest to go before I was ready to run a marathon. So I just started early because I didn't want to hurt myself. And I was just consistent. They give you the thing, you have to run this many a day and start this far ahead, whatever. And I just plodded along. I wasn't fast, but I ran, I kept running. And then kind of eventually everyone jumped into the fray and started their own training regimen. And then, we'd all had this text message chain going. And he was the only one who didn't have a mid-run video. It was always just him talking to the camera like, you guys are doing great. And honestly, none of us thought that he would actually run. Like, we were all like, he's not gonna run. He's not, maybe he'll run a few miles, get on a scooter, meet us at the end. So his first video, the first training video that he sent, it was so funny that I showed friends that don't know you, just because it was the fun. You said you'd come home to your parents' land to die.
Yeah, on the beach. Yeah.
He was running, just explaining that it was both his first workout video and his final will and testament.
I think I burst a fucking lung during that video. It's not really advisable to do what I did, but it's amazing what the mind will do. And this is like, I did a TV show years ago, and they looked at me and they said, "You need to get a trainer. We'll pay for a trainer because you're terrible." And it's great because you have someone like that's paid to train you. It's like not many people. I wouldn't have paid for it myself, but because the producers are paying for it, I was like, okay, cool. And I would go 4 days a week. And I was in fucking ridiculous shape by the end of it. And he was like, it's amazing. You'll work out twice as hard or 3 times as hard if someone's whipping you, like telling you to do it, But it's also the ego does crazy things. So I'm in a race, or in a marathon with Jared and Jensen, Misha, Jason and Rob. And none of them are giving up. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to be the one that gives up. Even though on mile 20, or mile 19, my knees were out to here. And to be honest, to give the Supernatural family, the SPN family, their dues, if you hadn't been, there were a few people are here. Where are you guys? You here? Maybe you're out.
The ones that were there with the signs.
With the signs. There were some people, and some people are here today, or at least in the building. that if you hadn't been on various corners, I would have walked for longer, because there were a couple of occasions myself and so Jared and Jensen ran off ahead, and then myself and Misha were in the middle, and the guys were just behind us, and so there were occasions where a mile like 19 or 20, I was like, oh fuck, Jesus Christ, oh fuck. And Misha was like, don't stop. If you stop, I'll stop. And if I stop, then we're fucked. And so, okay, so we'd try and get running a bit, and then we'd see these people, Supernatural fans in the corner, be like, yay! And I'd be like, okay, we gotta run. So we'd run until we got around the corner, and then we're like, okay, now we see us? Can they see us? Oh, no. And then you know what the worst thing about the Seattle Marathon is? You get to the very, 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 very end, and you turn a corner, and you're like, oh, it's gotta be here. It's gotta be here, and this fucking hill. And you're like, what?
Off into the horizon. It's the longest hill you've ever seen in your entire life.
I couldn't believe it. And so we get to the top of the hill, and then just by sheer momentum, I was being thrown down the other side, so I started running. And Misha goes, Fergus, if you fucking run, I will kill you. Like, sorry, we'll wait until we get into the stadium, and then we run. So, but like Misha's hip is in bits. Like, you know, his hip was sore before we started running. And so there's a great photo of Misha just crossing the line, and you see his calf muscle. It's like said to here. It's like all cramped up and stuff.
And he woke up that morning with a fever, didn't he?
It's unbelievable. Yeah, I think we all deserve a bit of a pat on the back for that. And you know, how great was it to, you know, make so much money for charity? And
unbelievable.
It was a mutually beneficial thing, I think, for everybody. I think we all felt like we achieved something at the end of it. Misha had run a couple of marathons before years ago, but none of us, no one else had, I don't think.
No, not even close.
And it's just, you feel, it was like getting a degree in something. I was crossing the finish line. I was like, I fucking did it. I did it. I can't believe it. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, we had a similar moment at the very end where you're going down a hill, but it's a pretty long hill, and then you turn a corner, and then you're in the stadium, and everybody's cheering, and there's cameras and everything. And I'll just be honest, Rob and I, we walked a little bit.
That's okay.
There was some walking, and
it's sheer pain. Like,
yeah, we got into the moment where we're going downhill, getting ready to go into the stadium, and Rob was like, "Should we run?" And I was like, "What? Why? I don't need that 15 extra seconds on my time. I'll be honest with you. It is what it is. Let's enjoy the moment. We earned it."
And bravo! Look, honestly, I think we all deserve. And dinner that night was funny because everyone was really hungry. But you know, if you needed to pee during the meal, like I said, excuse me, can I get? Do you have any zip tie bags? Did you put some ice in them? And so I had got some of the napkins at the dinner table and put the ice pack on me and wrapped the napkins around. So I was going to the bathroom like this, in the middle of this fancy restaurant. Excuse me, sorry. Ow. Yeah, not my finest moment. Hi, do you have a question? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
What a segue.
This is actually a great segue because speaking of hurting yourself, what happened to your hand?
It's just a very ugly thing that's on my hand that I was maiming myself. You know when you get a scratch or a scab, this is gross, and you pick at it? That's me. I spent 2 weeks at home with my mom and my dad recently, and 2 weeks is a long time to spend at home with your parents when you've not lived at home for a long time. And that was my mom saying, "Would you stop picking at your fucking hand? Stop it." Sorry, Mom. And you become a child again, you know? You're like, yes, Mom. Okay. You're right. And it's nice to be mothered for about a week. And then after about 10 days, you're gonna go, Jesus Christ, leave me alone. Wait, I am an adult. So I'm kind of. It's good to spend a lot of time with your family, but probably in small doses. No one filmed that part. Oh, Adam, end of panel. I gotta go.
Well,
I know. Don't sound so sad. Thank you. It's been really emotional. I'll see you guys over the weekend. I love you. Thank you so much.